Go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our 100K celebration live stream. We are going to be
Woohoo!
on until that happens. We are 65 away at the moment. I have no idea how long this is going to take. I don't know. It could be an hour. It could be 6 hours. I have no idea. But thank you for joining us. Mr. InBetween is in the house with me as my awesome tech guy and moderator and the whole behind the scenes to make this work. So thank you for joining us. Yay. I don't know.
Hola, everyone.
Just to give an idea, it's taken us about 5 hours for the last 100. So if that continues, we could be on here for, and we just lost one. So there you go.
And that's how it works.
What a great start.
And that's how it works.
Now we have 66 to go. So I don't know how long this is going to take. This could be a while. I don't know. And I'm telling you off the top, we don't have a whole lot planned. So we are just winging it. So we're going to be counting on all
possible guests.
We do. That's right. We have some possible guests. We'll see. Depends on who's available at this time of day, I guess. And I also see the chat is already ablaze. Awesome. That is so fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Your support means so much. I didn't know that. I mean, I'm a regular YouTube watcher, so I am just like you guys, and I forget. But knowing that your people are out there for you is such a huge thing for a creator, because we spend so much time to get these things so right, and we work so hard, and just knowing that there are people out there just waiting for it and they love it, and it doesn't matter what the subject is, they just want to see you. That is so awesome. So thank you to everybody who is out there today, and even those who are not out there today. Thank you for your support, because trust me, it really, really makes a difference. It's awesome. Thank you. I just keep seeing this thing scrolling on the side. It's awesome. Nancy, I see you're out there. Shelly, thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness. People I've never seen before. Thank you guys so much. Wow. It's so amazing to see stuff that I haven't seen before. People that I haven't seen before. That's so great. Thank you guys for joining us here today. I don't know what else to say.
My goodness, there's a lot of folks here today.
Wow. Waves, Weather Girl says waves from the UK. Awesome.
Hey-o.
India. Oh, hello, India. Wow. Right, thank you very much. Oh, yeah, Lori says you make a fantastic
Who's furthest
show.
away? So far, what? India?
Probably. That's going to be a tough one to beat if you're making that a competition. Wow. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah.
I don't know. We may have some people coming in to join us here also. Some other storytellers that we know in the YouTube community that you may or may not know.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
it just depends on if they're actually available or not. They have lives as well, but we send them out the invite, so hopefully one or two of them will show up here.
We are a member of this little Discord group. There's only, I don't know, what, 6 or 8 of us in there? Maybe 6?
Yeah.
Of all storytellers. Some that you probably know, some that you don't, because they're very small. So it's like the whole spectrum from...
Most of them are way bigger than we are.
Well, I don't know about that.
Sure.
I guess. But I mean, it's everywhere from... What's Danny? She's down... I mean, anywhere from under 5,000 subscribers to almost 1 million. So we've got quite a diverse group in there. And we all go, you guys think about this, the idea, and do you think I should do this? Or how does this thumbnail look? We have a special thread in there just so we can throw thumbnails in there and see and get reactions from some of the other group members. Just a story. We're all storytellers. All strange and mysterious storytellers. So we can bounce ideas off of each other, and it's been a great tool for us. So we're putting a stage link into that Discord feed to see if any of our people on that Discord chat want to come and join us. I'm pretty sure we're going to get 1 or 2 of them in there. So we'll see. I don't know. Let's see. Texas is here. Nice. Thank you, Mary.
So many people.
Yes. Ontario, Canada. Not bad. That's pretty, well, it's actually really not that far away. Ontario.
Special shout outs to Sherry Wilkes and let's see.
Andy's watching with his pet moose. I hope it's not an indoor moose. That would be amazing. Having a pet moose.
Pet moose? That sounds like something from a Monty Python skit.
Andy says he's sitting here with my pet moose watching from Canada.
Right on.
Thank you, Andy. Moose are crazy. Crazy huge. Ho, ho, ho. Indiana. Thank you, Caleb. Utah. Thank you, Shelly. Oh, my goodness. Deb22, Weird New Jersey. Is that from? Or what you want stories about? Wales. Right. Awesome. Wow.
Right on, Oblivion. Montana. Good to see ya.
Oh, I missed it. Thank you, Oblivion. Yay. I'm glad you could join us too. Yay. Oblivion's been with us for a very long time, so I'm glad that you're here to see this. This is awesome. All right, we're down to 62.
Yep.
Clovis, California, West Virginia.
And Nate Joe, a.k.a. Killer Rage 190.
Hey, Joe. Hello.
Good to see you. You caught us.
That's so nice. Okay, but did it just say that you're at work? Don't get busted if you're at work. Don't do that. Not good. Paraguay. Wow. Wow. Hello, Diego. That's an interesting one. You have a good day too, Nate Joe. If you have to drop off, I totally get it. Don't get in trouble. Douglas, Arizona. Portland, Oregon. Nice. Oh, my goodness. Go to West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
This is crazy. Awesome. All right. I don't know. What should we talk about, Mr. InBetween?
You know what? Why don't we ask our amazing viewers here, like, how long have you guys been watching? First, I'm just curious, like, did you just start when we came out with the pyramid thing, or have you been around for a while?
Oh,
Andy says found your channel a few weeks ago. Good stuff.
Thank you, Andy.
Right on.
Where in Canada are you from? It's kind of a big place. British Columbia side, Nova Scotia side. Where? It's a big place.
Yeah, I don't know. In the meantime, we'll just let's throw up some questions here.
What is your top episode?
Probably
top in which way? What do you mean? What has been the best? I mean, seriously, what has been like
the most viral is the pyramid one that
the most viral? Yeah. What do you mean by top? Yeah, I mean, for those that don't know, the Egypt one that we did, the pyramid one that we did just like 3 weeks ago, that went viral in like the truest sense of the word. Got like 400,000 views in like the first 2 days or something. Absolutely crazy. It just smashed every record that we had. It just went nuts. It's crazy. Which was awesome. But if you're talking about what is my favorite episode, that's a really tough one. I think my favorite episode is still the Cowman of Kapalas Beach or Kapalas Beach. I don't remember. I've been corrected so many times on the right way to say that now I don't remember which is the right way anymore. So my apologies if I'm getting it wrong, but the Cowman of Kapalas Beach was my favorite. There's just something about that is just such a great story. I don't know. It almost, and then we did that so long ago, it almost makes me feel like I want to do it again and do it better. But
Yeah.
I probably won't. We'll just let that lie. But it's a good story, though. What type of entity scares you the most? Probably, I don't know. Probably Dogman, because that guy just seems so vicious sometimes. Not all the time. I have heard stories about Dogman doing good things to help people out. I get that. But the ones where it is bad, it's like so bad. Like the Land Between the Lakes killing entire families, you know. Bigfoot doesn't slaughter people generally. Doesn't slaughter people, you know. So I think Dogman would be the one I'm afraid of most. But I will say that an honorable mention would be any kind of entity, be that a Wendigo or a Skinwalker or anything else that can mimic somebody's voice and like trick you into thinking that your mom out in the woods and she's in trouble and you have to go save her or whatever. That's really freaky to me, just because how diabolical is that little skill? That's really terrifying to me. So there you go. Take that for what it's worth. So, yeah. What about you, Mr. In Between?
For my favorite, I have a couple of favorites. I would say that one of the, and because they're
No.
kind of pet ideas.
What
are we
entity
talking about?
scares you the most? What entity scares you the most?
Oh, the entity that scares me the most.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of I'm the more skeptical one. So
Yes.
like
but
so for
if
the
something
most
were to
part,
happen and blow your mind.
Well, true. Then oh man. Probably the Wendigo. Or a Skinwalker.
Why?
It's the I guess it's the I don't know, the creepy creature factor. I'm not sure.
I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get people from the Discord over here too. So.
Oh, all right. You're working. All right, I get
So I'm working in the back end here.
it. Thank goodness, because I certainly could not do this on my own. There's no way. All right. So I will look at the chat here and see what else we've got. The lunatic says poltergeist freak me out. Yeah, they're kind of creepy, but I've heard so many people say, "Oh, but ours was a friendly poltergeist." So it's like, well, okay, you know, I get that there could be some friendly ones. I still don't ever want to meet one. I don't know. I have no desire to actually meet any of these creatures. I don't think. I don't know. My reality is fairly set, and I'm not sure that I want to meet anything that's going to rock that reality. I mean, I would say maybe a UFO encounter where it's just something up in the sky very, very far away. So it's like, oh, there's a big light and it's moving in ways that it shouldn't move. If I have to have some kind of out of my reality encounter, that's probably what I'd like to have, so that it's still, my world is still pretty safe at that point. But I don't know. We do have a Discord. I see people asking about a Discord. We do have a Discord. We haven't done a whole lot with it. Frankly, we just haven't had the time to market that and get that going. But we do have a Discord. Do you know, Mr. In Between, how we can tell people to get to that Discord?
You know what? Let me work on that real quick. I'll be right back with you.
Okay, thank you. Detective Whiskers. What a cute name. I'm sorry. What show did you spend the most time researching? That's a really good question. There's been a lot of them that I thought, oh, this is going to be an easy story. And I jump into it and it's like all of a sudden things just blossom and I go down these rabbit holes and it's like, holy cow. And it becomes way bigger than I ever thought it was going to be at the beginning. But probably the most was either Electric Universe, because that one is so technical, and trying to figure out how do I, first of all, do I understand the concepts that I'm about to talk about here? And then how do I present those concepts in a way that people will understand? And so, and it was an idea that was foreign to me at the beginning. So I had to learn along the way. So that one took me a long time to get through. And then I think the Atlantis ones, more specifically, the
Atlantis
two
for the
reshot
reshot
structure ones. Yeah. The reshot structure ones took a long time because again, there's so much, and to be able to wrap my own head around the information and then get the information set in such a way that people can understand. That was a really tough one too. That was a lot of research to go down that rabbit hole and be reading Plato and all these other old Greek names that I had no idea know who they are or who they were. That was really tough. So that one took a long time. Thanks for the question. Thanks, Detective Whiskers. Speaking of,
all right, I posted a Discord invite here just in case anybody wants to get in. But we're really not in very much at all. Like
and I apologize.
We jumped in and there are people in there and they kind of come on every now and then, but we're not really in there just yet. We don't have the time for it. Mainly when we're talking about Discord, we're mentioning the kind of mastermind group of storytellers that we work with, and we're all in there like helping each other out, saying, hey, how does this thumbnail look? What can I be doing better? Hey, here's a tool that I just learned about. You guys might want to check it out. So we're helping each other out. Like, it's such a great group of guys. So, well, not all guys, but you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah. But with that being said, if our Discord for this channel starts to grow, obviously it will bump up higher on my priority list to be in there occasionally. And yeah, so go in there and I will do my best to get in there a little bit more often to say hi and to chat with people. But obviously talk amongst yourselves as much as you want to. I just saw something on Robert the Doll. I do have maybe I should read the Robert the Doll story. I have an awesome, and now I got to find it. I have an awesome comment that came in on the Robert the Doll video with a Robert the Doll story that somebody shared. And it's an awesome story. So let me find that really quick. And I apologize in advance if I'm putting on my glasses if my lighting in front of me glares off my glasses. I apologize in advance. This could take me a minute to find this, so hold with me. I think I just found it. Yes. Okay. This story comes from, and I'm just going to have to read it right off my phone, so I apologize for that. But it's a great story. I love this. It comes from Anastasia Burns, and she sent it yesterday. And she says, so this is a comment on the video for Robert the Doll. She says, I met Robert at an event in Bel Air, Florida in the summer of 2008. He had never left Key West before, so the caretakers were a bit concerned about how he would act. He had his chair and his lion with him, and also a small bag of candy beside his chair in the case with him. Robert likes it when people bring him candy, it seems. Robert has an unusual air about him. It's almost like he's a kid. He's the kid in the Twilight Zone episode, Anthony. He's powerful enough to send you to the cornfield or make bad things happen, so to speak. But in the end, he's just a little boy, which I love that comment because I watched the Twilight Zone all the time when I was a kid. And I remember that kid. I remember that episode. It's like a perfect comparison. Anyway, back to the story. After hearing some of the stories his caregivers told about him, I decided to ask him if I could take his picture. He seemed patient with me, so I took one. I wanted another angle because of the glare on the glass, so I asked him if I could take another pic and told him I was sorry about the flash. I felt a bit of an agitation from him, but I felt safe to do so and took another pic. I pushed my luck. I told him he was such a good boy and could I please take one more? I didn't feel like he was angry or upset, so I focused my camera and my battery was dead. Promised to bring him some of my favorite candy. People were leaving all kinds of candies for him and putting them on the top of his glass case. Now, this is where things take a turn. Robert was part of a paranormal convention, so there were other displays as well as vendors selling things. There was a woman that had brought one of the infamous crystal skulls. She had hired an off-duty policeman to stand at the table with her because I guess this skull is worth some serious money. Anyway, I was excited for my husband to get a chance to see the skull, but the following day, she was gone. I just lost my place. I asked one of the vendors that was near her display what happened. She was fearful and told me to go ask one of Robert's caretakers. The caretaker was busy explaining to someone what happened, so I went over and listened in. It seems that the police officer was hearing all the stories about Robert. So she's talking about the police officer that she had hired to guard the skull. Okay. So during a break, he went over and asked one of the caretakers if what they were telling people about Robert was true or just a bunch of stories made up. They assured him it was not. He then walked over to look at Robert and said that he didn't believe a word of it. This, he gestured to Robert, was just an old doll after all. Not long after this statement, the officer began to feel sick and dizzy. He retreated to the bathroom and was gone for quite a while. When he returned, he told the crystal skull owner that what he had done and he had to go home. People said he was sweating and deathly pale. After this, there were a few vendors that actually moved their booths down and away from the area where Robert was set up. They did sell those mini dolls of Robert at the convention, and they were a hit. However, some did end up being returned, and a few from paranormal investigators that had bought them the night before. All in all, I had great respect for Robert. Not sure what he is. He can give off this feeling of being a 4-year-old boy, cute and needing a hug. The next moment, he can feel like he's ready to have the mother of all tantrums. It was a weekend our family will never forget. I love that. I love that. It's kind of a mess around and find out kind of a moment, you know? I mean, I feel bad for the police officer. I feel really bad for the crystal skull lady. She had nothing to do with it, and now she can't be there because she's got nobody to help her with the skull. But I thought that was interesting. Expressions of the outdoors. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thanks so much.
Yes, all support is appreciated more than you guys know. Really, it really
obviously
is.
Not necessary, but it is very appreciated.
Not necessary. I don't want anyone ever to feel. Well, it's not like I can pressure you across the airwaves anyway, but you know what I'm saying. You know. Yes.
Yeah.
So there. Oh, we have 51 left to go, huh? Sweet. All right. Carol Ann has such an incredible natural storytelling voice. It literally pulls you in. Thank you, Cherokee Miller. Thank you. And the funny thing is I never I don't know. I never did this before we started this channel. I never did radio. I never did storytelling. I never did any of this. So I guess, I don't know, a hidden talent till I'm in my 50s. That's kind of crazy, but that's kind of what's happened. I don't know. And yes, I have my monster. I'm good to go for a couple of hours with this baby. Oh, we just lost one again. Darn it. Oh, well.
Oh, well. We're good.
We're just hanging out.
We're hanging
Nothing
out.
special. Oh, see, we got it back already. So, royal blessings. I'm going to bust in on you here, Daddy.
What's that?
I said I'm going to bust in and put my own comment up there. Royal Blessing says, I'm a new subscriber. Just subscribed 2 weeks ago when you showed up in their algorithm. Yay.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you so much. I am glad that we showed up in your algorithm as well. A couple weeks ago, that's when that whole pyramid video was taken off. That went out to a crazy, crazy amount of new subscribers. Well, I mean, it would have to. Went out to, 500,000 people. 400,000 of them are new people. So it went out to a lot of new people. So
yes, it did.
You must have been in that group. So we welcome you. Thank you for being here. Yay. What else? What else? We are so wholly unprepared for this.
We are. Yep,
we have nothing to talk about. We're just here.
Hey, Ron Green.
Ron Green, yay! Thank you so much. Awesome.
Ron says he's going to give $1 million to the next 49 subs. All right, Ron.
Wow. It's like
you heard it here, folks. You heard it here.
That's like the Elon Musk way of getting views and signatures, and I'll give you $1 million if you sign this piece of paper. Okay, I'm in. There we go.
I'll order my Cybertruck today.
Ron is another one of those people who've been with us for a very long
time.
Thank you, Ron. Let's see. What else? Cindy Hubbard, thank you for joining us. Good to see you in there. Ron says, money talks. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Oh, the Happy Canuck is here. Nice. Good to see you in there. Awesome.
Yep. And Katina. Hey, Katina.
Hello. Good to see you in here. Yay. Oh, from the Panhandle of Florida. Nice.
Very nice.
Did you know that Florida is one of the 3 top states for the number of cryptids in the state? Kind of, depending on how you're counting it.
Ohio's got to be tops, right?
Well, that's just it. I was running numbers last night for Sunday's video. Kind of depends on how you count it. Kind of depends on whether you count. Ohio has like 11 different versions of Bigfoot. And I find that it leaves me speechless, obviously. 11 different versions.
Oofda.
So if you count all of those as a different cryptid, then I think Ohio comes out on top.
Yeah.
But if you're just counting flat out numbers, it's California, Texas, and Florida. And the chart that I was looking at only went up to 20 plus. So of those 3, which one has the highest, I don't know. But if you think about it, though, Texas obviously is a huge state. California is a pretty big state. Florida, it's not quite as big. Well, it's a lot smaller than Texas, a lot smaller than California, but they have the same number of cryptids in this state. So Florida is kind of crawling, like Ohio, it's kind of crawling with cryptids, which is really crazy. So just setting that out there for you, just throwing that out in the wind, just in case you might be interested. Courtney's here
Hey.
from Seattle. Thank you, Courtney.
Yep. Kristen Kruger's here. Hey, Kristen.
Kristen
Good to see
Kruger's
ya.
here. Yay. Yay. Thank you, Kristen. She's been here. She's been with us for a long time as well. Ron says skunk apes. Well, yeah, they got skunk apes in Florida, but they got a few more things there as well, which I've never even dug into it. I don't know. I don't even know what they have down there, but I'll have to dig into it and find out, I guess.
I don't know. Jace is watching from 12 time zones away.
Oh my goodness, that's nuts.
Are you out in the Philippines, Jace?
Holy cow. Go to bed. Why are you awake? But thank you.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
Hey,
Carol K
Carol
is in as a new
K.
member. Hello, Carol. Nice to see you. I gotta go back in my feed here for a second. What was I just looking at? Oh, Ross says my coverage of the Youngstown Matt Emsch is the favorite so far. Did you send out that link to him?
Specifically to Matt?
Yeah.
I did not. Let me do that.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I'll do that now.
Just so you know, Ross, Matt obviously he might still have things going on by now, but I actually texted with him this morning because he has now become a good friend and he might be joining us as well. He might be one of our guests today. So there you go. Oh, I know what I was looking at. Royal Blessings saying that they just had a huge earthquake yesterday in San Diego. I have a nephew, not in San Diego. He's up more toward Irving, LA, that area. But I don't want to hear that you guys are having earthquakes because I have family over there. But I hope that everything was okay. When you say a huge earthquake, what does that mean? Because I haven't heard this. So let me know what that means. Curious Mad Cat. Oh, thank you, Curious Mad Cat. Thank you so much. 100,000. Here we come. New subscriber here. Yay! I think I saw. I could swear that I saw your name in the comments recently. So here for a couple of months. Okay, that makes sense. And really loving it. Much love from Kansas. Thanks for the stellar narration. My favorite story is the Kansas Dogman story. Yes. I'm trying to think. Was it Janice? Now I'm totally blanking. Janet? That was a crazy story. That was absolutely a crazy story. Yeah. I don't think, well, and just the fact that she still to this day gets that feeling that makes the hair on the back of her neck stand up, that she still gets that, I don't know, 50 years later, whatever it is. That's just freaky. That's just, wow. That was a good story. It was a very good story. So she's a very nice lady. I didn't talk to her personally on the phone, but we emailed back and forth quite extensively to get details of the story and just to talk about how, things are going for her now and find out about her new dog and all kinds of things like that. She seems to be a very, very nice lady. And it's very sad that her whole life has been upended by this one thing, that happened when she was so young. And to have that carry with her for the rest of her life to me is so sad. But I don't know. But yes, I'm glad that you liked that story. That was a very fun one to do. That was a good story. What else? Gulf breeze for UFOs. Yes, that is true. I don't know. We don't get into UFOs a whole lot here. And I don't know why. Well, I guess, I don't know. UFOs and ghosts, I think, to me are kind of the same, where it's like, I don't want to say everybody's got a story. I'm not like, I don't even know how to say this. Everybody's stories. If I saw something going through the sky and it went whoop and it just went off into oblivion in some way that, it's not an airplane, I would be freaked. I absolutely would be freaked. So even just those kinds of stories, I'm not belittling anybody's encounter. But UFO stories and ghost stories are kind of the same, where it's like, I saw a lot of them, or I saw this I saw this light zip away the way no airplane could. Okay, that's a big experience, but that's not a story to be able. I need to be able to build a story. So UFO encounters and ghost encounters, those are really tough because, you know, ghost encounters, I felt something cold rush past my face and my hair moved. That would freak me out. Don't get me wrong, I would be nails to the ceiling if that happened to me, but it's not a story. So those areas are tougher to build a story around. But with that being said, well, I mean, the Gulf Breeze thing, that is a whole legacy encounter. So maybe we'll do something on Gulf Breeze someday. But I am planning, I really want to do the Travis Welton story. I just haven't had a chance to read his book. Actually, I haven't even gotten his book yet, but I want to get his book and read his book before I do it, because I want to make sure that I do justice to that story. And then I probably will also do the guy from Arkansas, Lovelace. I don't remember his first name now. Terry. I will probably also at some point do the Terry Lovelace story, because that's a pretty good. I mean, I kind of want to stick to the ones that are obviously, the more documentation, the better. You know, I want these stories to be true stories. Obviously, a lot of the encounters, you know, Dogman encounters, Bigfoot encounters, there's no documentation to those. That's just taking people at their word. And I'm willing to do that, obviously. But that being said, the more documentation, the better, so that we can show people, look, there's something to this. This is real, you know? So I think Travis Walton is the best documented case. I think Terry Lovelace is probably second, because I haven't dug into it yet, but I'm pretty sure that one's got a lot of documentation to go with it as well. Beyond that, I don't know for UFOs. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future. So there you go. We're still
Now,
at 48, huh?
We've got Rich G in the house. Rich is one of our longest time supporters here.
Rich is an OG on this channel.
Liv Erickson is here.
Nice. Thank you very much.
One of our members.
Will you do any Swedish or Scandinavian stories? I like trolls, Tomtar.
I say we do gnomes too. We need to do gnomes.
We do need to know gnomes, especially since I'm getting quite the collection happening behind me. Yes.
And
I love gnomes.
Matt says he'll be joining us. He's on his way home right now, so it'll take him about 15 minutes, and then he should be jumping in with us.
Matt Emsch is going to be in the house. That's awesome.
So stick around, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, he'll definitely give us plenty to talk about. That's for sure.
Yes, he will. Back to Sweden. I want to say I got an email from somebody not too long ago. Well, it's been a while now, I guess. Who just her encounters could be an episode by themselves. So I think there's a lot happening over there. So maybe we do have to take a look at that. Yeah. I can't make any promises.
Also, somebody's asking about have we ever thought of or have done ones from Africa? And we have not. That would be kind of interesting.
We did one. There was one story on a viewer episode from Africa. Yes.
Okay.
There's a guy and his twin brother coming down off a mountain on their way home. And they ran into, I believe it was a dog man. And they ran home. And of course, nobody believed him. And it took them years before they were.
Oh, I think I recall.
Brave enough to go up there again. And they did. And they ran into it again. But it was even more of a significant encounter that time.
That's okay.
Rough outline of what that story was. But we did have that one. other than that, no, I haven't looked into Africa. I would not be surprised if there is a bunch of lore and legend happening in Africa. We'll have to take a look at that. I don't know. I can't. It's so hard because I can't make any promises that, oh yeah, we'll do one on Sweden, we'll do one in Africa, because things are kind of fluid. We try to put things on a schedule, but they never stay there because it kind of depends on, like the pyramids one that we did 3 weeks ago. That was a last minute, hey, this is kind of a popular thing right now. Let's do a video on this popular thing. That's always a smart thing to do if you're doing YouTube channels, because it helps. I mean, it's hard to have to say that, but jumping on trends is a good idea to grow your channel. And it worked. We got 500,000 views on that video. That video went viral. Obviously, that does not happen every time, but it's, if you're trying to grow, watching out for the trends is a good thing. If you have several other creators who are all doing a popular topic at the time, I don't know, just pick something. There's the UFO or the mall incident in Florida. Let's just take that one as an example. If you've got all these bigger or like-minded creators all doing videos on that, very often it is helpful. It's not helpful if it's outside of your wheelhouse, but if it's in your wheelhouse, it's very helpful to do that video at the same time, because then as people are watching, they'll watch all of the videos out there because they want to hear what's going on. So then you can kind of get in on that trend, and that is a good thing for the growth of your channel. So as much as I hate to say, yeah, we just pick the trending topics, we don't just pick trending topics. Obviously, it's got to be something that we would talk about anyway. But all of that to say that the schedule is always kind of fluid, and there's always things coming in and things going out and stuff like that. And now that we have sponsors, well, kind of. We just fulfilled our first sponsor contract. Whether we have more coming in the future, obviously, I'm sure there will be somebody in the future. We actually have a company out there looking for sponsorships for us. And as much as I'm not a real big fan of sponsor commercials either, just know that it helps us immensely to keep this channel going and growing on to bigger and better things. So all of that to say, that's like my favorite phrase. When we have a sponsor that we have to work into a script, we try to pick the best script, the best story for that sponsor. So if we have a sponsor, we have to have that video done in this particular week. We may have to change up the schedule so that we get the best video for that sponsor so that everybody's happy, So the schedule is always kind of changing and moving and things like that. So, but I will certainly put Sweden and Africa on the list of things to do so that it's on our list, which I look at all the time when I go, okay, what are we going to do next? What are we going to do for the next month? Whatever. I will always have that there. And so I'll always see that, and we'll see if we can plug some of those in coming sometime soon. So there you go. There's my big try.
And if anybody wants to know, we really try to, if we're going to have some kind of sponsor, and this is to the chagrin of our management team that goes out and looks for these things. They're constantly coming over to us, and I'm shooting them down saying, nope, that's not good enough for our people. Nope, that's not a good fit for us. We don't want just quick money. We just want somebody who we can really be behind. And that's like, I just keep on seeing all these, sponsorships from other people that I'm just like, are you kidding me? So they grin and they bear it, and they're a great team, and they're still looking for us. But I try to bring them some people that I'm like, these are probably a better fit for us, and then have them try to work through that. So we're getting more sponsors, but I probably don't want to have a ton of different sponsors. I'd just like to have some really good ones that I think will make, our viewers' lives better, and then leave the rest. There's plenty out there. If these guys want to work with us, if we're a really good fit for them, then it's going to be a long-term thing. It's not going to be, one-offs here for a couple of bucks or one-offs over there. So.
Right. Yes, we do. We're picky. We're very picky. We've actually turned down a good number of them already. And we just started. Yeah. So I'm sure our management company thinks that we're just like those people.
Yeah. So I don't know. Are you guys sharing the same? Oh, you go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, we try to let them know we're not trying to be those people. We are actually really nice people. We're good people to work with. We just want to make sure that the things that we are promoting, A, is a good product, and B, is something that the people who watch our channel are going to be interested in, or hopefully have a chance of being interested in. That's something that is going to be helpful for our viewers. So it's kind of thinning down the ranks of who we can go with, but so far they're really good people and they've been working with us really well. So we hope that keeps going. So
yep.
Yeah.
And Mindy's in the house.
I saw that. Hello, Mindy. Mindy
Mindy
is also an OG as far as I'm concerned on this channel. She has been around forever and has been very helpful in a lot of her ideas and such.
You hear that, Mindy? She just called you old.
Psh, I think she's younger than I am, so there you go. Julie says my favorite are the Palmyra and main story and the story about the boys who had the dogman encounter in an old warehouse kind of place. And I see that Mindy has already gotten back to you to say, yes, that's Matt. Matt, who's
Matt
coming
will be in here soon.
Soon. Mindy says, I am old. We're only as old as we think we are, Mindy. We just have to keep telling ourselves we're not that old, right? Just keep telling ourselves that.
Mindy, I thought you said I'm older than Atlas. She says, I think I'm older, alas.
She's not older than Atlas. I'll give her that one. Even I am not older than Atlas.
That's good.
I can always hang on to that one.
Good to know.
Oh,
all right. Uncle we're 40 Gwendolyn away.
Unsubscribed. That's so sad. Why would you jump on a chat to tell somebody that you've unsubscribed? I hope their day gets better.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. All right. 40 more to go. Oh, Dead Weasel. Dead Weasel's in the house. Dead Weasel's also been around for forever. Thank you, Dead Weasel.
Welcome. You know what? You know, we had yesterday, we had somebody that left a comment on some, I guess like when a lot of us have membership, have a membership or YouTube membership also where we make videos for the members and whatever. It's a perk, right? For joining the membership. Well, someone who's not a member decided that they're really upset because they're getting things from YouTube saying that there's a member video and they don't have access to it, and that offends them that we are sending them these these videos that they can't watch. Look, I didn't send it to you. We didn't send you that to like taunt you or something. We're just offering a membership for people if they want to join it.
Right.
It's not like, I mean, it's at all membership levels can watch it. So it's like, $2, whatever. We're not asking. You can certainly not be a member, and that's fine. We still have, our weekly video, our main videos are all free. So what's the problem? And I don't know. I guess they had to come on and say how mad they were, and they're unsubscribing because that's offensive to them. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I hope your day gets better.
Crazy. Yeah, that's exactly it too. It's like, I hope your day gets better. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just had to comment on Dead Weasel. He says this live snuck up on me. I'm glad I got to join you. Well, it snuck up on you because we had no idea how long it was going to take us to get to 100,000. I mean, we had to plan this out. Oh, how do you plan it out? How do you know how fast that clock is going to go? I mean, a few days ago, we're like, oh, this could happen on Sunday. Well, then we kind of slowed down. So it took more time. But even last night, we're like, okay, is it going to happen in the morning? Is it going to happen in the evening?
Yeah.
We have no idea. So we didn't know when this stream was going to go up until we're like, okay, here's our line. We're going to try to go up when we have 100 left to go. But even that didn't work out because we had to get ourselves all situated and whatnot. But we didn't even know exactly when we were going live. So don't feel bad, Dead Weasel. We didn't know either. Just saying. Just saying. All right.
Says congrats on the 100K. I think did I pronounce that right? I don't know if I pronounced your name right there, but you know,
that's a good question. Although I will say that I have responded to several comments from that name. I'm not even going to try.
Yep.
So,
oh yeah,
I have seen you in there. You've been in there for a while, so thank you very much for that. I appreciate that.
mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Lori is up on your screen.
Lori, I love your collection of rhinestone necklaces. Thank you. I wore this one specifically because it's my new favorite. I just got it for Christmas. It is on Amazon. Go get one. If you're going to get one, go through our link in the description to our Amazon store. It's in our list on Amazon, so it's super easy to find. And it comes in like, I don't know, 8 or 10 different colors. I mean, emeralds and rubies and sapphire. I mean, it's crazy how many colors that you can get it in. And it is heavy and it is beautiful. And the camera does not do it justice. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. And it is my new favorite at the moment. So I wanted to wear it on this special celebration day. So thank you very much.
And gentlemen out there, if I am a very lucky man to have a woman who doesn't need something to cost $1,000. She just wants it to look nice. And so she's like, here's a link. It's $20. Go get it for me. I'm like, you're on.
This is on my Christmas list.
There you
go. So we could just go look at my Christmas list. What necklace does she want this year? Because every year there's necklaces up there. Give me these. Any one of these will work.
Yep.
So
that's where most of her jewelry comes from.
Mm-hmm. So just so you know, if you're interested, we do have this Amazon store and we do have a list in there. We've actually got, is it 3 different? Yeah, there's 3 different lists in there. One is jewelry. One is books of different, not even just subjects that we've covered, but books that I read to talk about this subject, if that makes sense. So we have a book list in there. And then we have a smaller list of just odd things. That's pretty small, but there's just some odd things in there. But the jewelry one, I have on that list either ones that I have bought and you've seen here on the channel, or ones that I'm hoping to get in the future. So if you're interested, go find that link. You can go find the list and take a look. And it is amazing. I mean, I don't want to say quality because I'm sure if you wore it every day, it probably wouldn't last forever. But if you're only wearing something, once a week, once a month, whatever, the quality that they have is amazing for the price that they charge. You can get some super beautiful, beautiful things for, I don't know, what I consider next to nothing. But I mean, like this necklace is heavy. They're like
they should be paying us right now for your
they should be. I feel like
your commercial you're doing right now.
Yes, I feel like I'm just dating myself now that I'm on QVC. saying, buy this beautiful necklace, which is what my mother used to watch all the time when I was growing
Okay,
up.
I'm going to interrupt
QVC.
you now and say that
Okay.
we've got that we have a wonderful $2 super thanks from Expressions of the Outdoors
Yay.
again. I usually
Awesome.
watch with my wife on TV. You
Yay.
know,
Thank you
so
so
many
much.
more people are watching on television now.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's just skyrocketed in the last
I know.
year or so, especially.
Maybe because I'm always watching on my phone. It's hard for me to imagine people watching on TV
Yeah,
because I don't
thank
watch
you
it on
so
TV
much,
all that often.
Expressions of the Outdoors. We
Yes.
appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you
And
for your support.
and tell your wife hello.
Yes.
And we have a new member. Weather Girl is our new
Weather
member.
Girl. Thank you, Weather
Thank you, Weather
Girl.
Girl.
That's awesome. I will be the first person to say that our content for our members is not nearly what I would like it to be. And we are working on that. You know, I thought, here's another big diatribe that's coming. I thought when we started full time that we would have all this time to do all this content and it was going to be great. And it is great, don't get me wrong, but we're not getting, where's all this content that I thought that we were going to have? We've been doing this full time since December. So where's all this extra content I thought I was going to be able to produce? And I figured out it's going into two places. Number one, the videos are getting longer. And just to put it into perspective, if a video goes from a 20-minute video to a 30-minute video, that extra 10 minutes is at least another full day of production between the extra time in writing the script, the extra time to record that part, the extra time to edit it, all of that stuff. If you add that all up, that's at least an extra day to do that. And all of our videos are all getting to this longer side, this 30 to 40-minute zone. And it's just like, oh my gosh, well, okay, that doesn't help. And then the second place that all my time is going to is I'm sleeping a lot more than I used to. Instead of going on weeks and weeks of 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night, which was really starting to burn me out. I'm now on a much better sleep schedule, which is good because now I can actually work better on the content that we're doing. But I still want to do better for our members, and I will be working hard, especially in this year coming up, to do that, to make sure that that is a worthwhile endeavor for anybody. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's the $25 level. I don't care. I really want to work hard this year on making sure that every member feels like what they're spending is worth it. So just know that that's out there. That is in my head. So Marie Velour, love your necklaces. Always look forward to your next video because you are such a great storyteller, and also to see what lovely pieces you are wearing. Yay. This is my one for today. I wish I could have a new necklace for every video. That would be really cool. But A, I'm just not going to do that. And B, then I would have one as my favorite. They would just be like fleeting glimpses, and I don't want that either. So I don't know. But I will probably end up getting, I don't know, I get at least 2 because I always get one for Christmas and I usually get one for my birthday. So maybe I'll buck that up to maybe 3 or 4 new necklaces each year. I don't know. We'll have to see. I have to weed out my jewelry box first, so I have room for them. That's another problem, is you have to have room to store these because these are not small. So Stephanie became a new member. Oh, thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you. Yay. Oh, I'm so excited. I promise I will work on more content. Mindy says, I mentioned it before, but I'm good with shorter videos. Yes, that is true. Time crunch these days. If you're telling a couple of shorter stories and it's 15 minutes, that's great. You're a gifted oral storyteller. Thank you, Mindy. Yes, Mindy and I were just chatting the other day about the fact that she and I are kind of in the same boat where we're so busy all day, we don't have time to watch YouTube until we're ready to go to bed. That's like, the thing you do to kind of bring you down from your day. But within 15 minutes, we're falling asleep. So watching, a 45-minute video is never going to happen. It doesn't happen for me either, because you just can't stay awake that long. So yes, Mindy, you are right. There are advantages to shorter videos, and I should start putting them into the rotation a little bit more. But here's the thing. Here's what happens like every time I pick a topic. I'm like, oh, okay, this should be a fairly contained topic. It's not going to be all that big. And then I get into it and I start writing it. And then I find some rabbit hole of something that nobody has talked about so far. And I have to add that. And all of a sudden, my 15-minute video is now a half an hour video. And I didn't mean for that to happen. But I'm certainly not going to shorten it up, because I want to add all of this extra info. So I'm not going to take that out. And so now I have a 30-minute video. So I don't know. We'll have to work on it. I will have to work.
I think we got to mix it up a little. We'll have some shorter things and some longer things. You know what? When we finally get enough help from teammates, because we need to bring somebody on to take off some of the stuff on our plate, because it's too much. We have too much, so we can't even get to everything. But at some point, it'd be nice to be able to actually have enough help to have 2 videos a week. And at that point, we could have a longer one and a shorter one.
Because is it Vladline? Vladline? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry, Vladline. Loving the long stories. So, yeah, I mean, I there's people all over the spectrum, long stories, short stories. So we will try to get a little bit of everything so that everybody can listen when they can listen. So Mindy's got a question. Way back, you used to tell your stories with a cocktail, like a glass of sherry. Now you're a coffee gal. You're beautiful either way. Thank you, Mindy. Yes, we started. I had done some videos on another channel. We had a family channel. I had a real estate channel. So I had done some stories before. But when we started this channel, obviously it's not a family channel. It's not a real estate channel. It's a whole different beast. So always the first few videos, you're nervous and whatnot. So I started with, it's a long story, but we happened to make crabapple liqueur. And it's kind of our family. It's mine and Mr. InBetween. It's one of our favorites. Just go to if you just want something at night. And so I started doing the videos with that. And it's a good prop. It was something to keep my hands busy, relax me at the same time. And that was a good thing. I thought it was nice. And I still kind of miss it.
It's not like she's chugging it back or something.
Not chugging it back, no. But it was nice. I thought it was a good look and everything. And then we had somebody comment, oh yeah, like I'm going to believe your stories when you're tossing them back, or whatever it said, So I was like, and Mr. InBetween was like, maybe we need to let that go. And I resisted at first. But
yeah, and it's not like we're just trying to go, oh, somebody left a bad comment, so we have to, kowtow to it. But it was like, I can see how, like, if it looks like we're every time somebody sees us, we've got a drink in our hand.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
not the best look, maybe not the best message.
Could be. Now Matt is hung up in traffic, but he's still on his way. So he is So
we
he's
only
like,
have
are you still on? I said, yeah, we're still on. So he's still on his way.
We only have 21 to go, so he better hurry.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. If you're watching, please subscribe and put her over the 100,000 mark, you guys. Hearts and bees Deborah. And butterflies and hugs. There you go.
Thank you. Yay. I know. I was a little bit worried about doing this in the middle of the day because people are working, but there's enough. There's enough there's enough what am I trying to say? Viewership, I guess. All right, Heather, my kids get extremely limited screen time. Long story. I hear that. But they've always loved to be just a little bit scared when listening to stories. Carolina is one of the only people they're allowed to watch. Thank you, Heather. That is so sweet. I love it. We certainly don't promote ourselves as a kid-friendly channel or a family channel or anything like that, but I do try to make them not so gory, and take out swear words when they're not necessary. There are a couple of videos where reading through the dialogue, to me, the swear, I don't want to say the swear word was necessary because they're never necessary, but it added in a positive way to the drama of the moment. And if I ever do that, if I do like swear, we bleep it out. So that's like the worst you'll ever hear is a bleeped out swear word. But we try to make it so that, I have an 11-year-old, I want him to be able to watch these and not expose him to ugly things that an 11-year-old doesn't need to be exposed to,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad. I hope your kids love them.
If the original, poster of the story that we're telling their story, if there's like, this is what I said, what the beep, it's like, well, that's what they said. So that's part of their story. We don't want to change their story.
Right.
So we want, true. When people send in the stories, we don't make them what they're not. We take, okay, this is something that they say happened. So we're going to treat it as though it is true and it happened to them. And we're going to give it the respect it deserves for being that story, as though it were true.
Yeah.
Are there stories that come in that we're just like, I don't know if it happened? Yeah. And, sometimes if it seems a little like, okay, well, like everything happened to you, but nobody else kind of thing over this many years, it's like we might kind of go, okay, you're kind of buying into that. But if somebody is telling their story and it seems honest, we will do our best to show that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. Old man YT Gamer, yay! Good to see you in the house, Gamer. And Philip Nunez. I hope I said that right. I don't know if it's Nunez, but Philip's been with us for a long time. He is in the house. Thank you, Philip.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Hey, thanks,
Anders. I just subscribed. Thank you, Anders. Yay! We're getting down there.
We are
17.
17 to go. Check to make sure you're subscribed. A lot of people are watching and they expect that they're subscribed, and sometimes they're not. So
that's true. That's very true. One of my favorite YouTubers.
For subscribers.
What?
Oh, I said we don't ask for anybody to subscribe in our videos. So we're happy
videos,
when it's reached here.
Yeah. 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of my personal favorites that I listen to all the time is a channel called The Tape Library. I don't know if you know him or not, but he's pretty awesome. And when I watch the videos that I want to watch, just personally, I have a whole separate account to do that, so it doesn't mess with our InBetween account. So I just realized last week that I hadn't subscribed to him, and he's like one of my favorites. So yeah, I don't know. It's easy to just kind of overlook that part. If you watch them enough, they're going to pop up in your feed, whether you're subscribed or not. So it's easy to not subscribe part, which is fine. Mindy loves The Tape Library. He is awesome. I was to let you in a little secret. He is one of the channels, and so is Matt, that is in the little discourse thing, or Discord
a mastermind group.
Yeah, the mastermind group that we have.
Our storytellers. So there's what lurks beneath is in there with us.
What lurks beneath is in there.
Yep. So Josh from What Lurks Beneath, Matt from Planet
And
Planet 412.
yep,
Mike from
Mr. E Files.
Mr. E Files, and
Mhm.
Mike from the Tape Library.
And Mike from the Tape Library. He's in there too, which I was so excited when he joined because I'm like, that's one of my favorites. So I was very excited
Donovan
about that.
Dredd is in there with us, and
Mystery Archives.
Mystery Archives.
Mm-hmm.
There's another person that came in there, and then we haven't seen them since. I don't remember who that is.
I don't know. But then there's Danny Dreadful. We also have Danny Dreadful.
Danny Dreadful.
She is an up and coming, if you will. She's pretty cool too. Go check her out. I think her channel is just Danny Dreadful, isn't it?
Yep, Danny Dread. Dani, I believe, or is it Danie? Actually,
is it okay?
I think.
All right. Ron says, I like what lurks beneath. Yes, what lurks. I was hoping that he was going to be able to jump on here today so I could thank him, because I could swear once we met him and he helped us with a couple of shout outs and a compilation, that is how our train really started to roll. So I really wanted to thank him publicly for that, which I guess I am right now, but would have been nice for his face to have been on the screen to say thank you, because I don't know that we would be here right now if it wasn't for his help a couple years ago. So Old and Eclectic became a member. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I like all your video lengths, but don't burn yourself out like AJ did, right?
Yeah, right.
You need your stories to keep ourselves stimulated. Your storytelling abilities are legend. I don't know if I would call it that, but thank you very much. Do you take submissions? Of course we do. If you have a story to tell us, inbetweentales@gmail.com. That email address is always in our description, so don't feel like you got to remember it right now. Just go into the description of the next video that you see, and it will be there, inbetweentales@gmail.com. Send them on in. We are actually, I think we have a viewer stories episode on the schedule coming up like next month or something. So, yeah. But yeah, AJ, I still think he's burning himself out. But that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid. For those of you who don't know, AJ is from the Y-Files, and that guy is a maniac. He's awesome. That is one of my favorite channels, but that guy was pushing himself hard, and he got sick, and it took him out for a long time. I should say a long time, not like 6 months, but he was down for a good couple of weeks, I think. Even if it was just a week, he does everything, or he did everything on that channel. So even having him down for a week, they just stopped in their tracks for a week because they couldn't do anything without him. Now they're hiring more editors and they're doing more things and whatnot. So I think it's gotten better, but I don't know that guy has any idea how to stop. I don't know. Anyway, 10 to go.
Oh man.
Oh man. The funny thing is, I don't even know. I have no idea what I'm going to feel when that number turns over. I have no idea. I don't know if I'm going to laugh, if I'm going to cry. I have no idea. Knowing me, I'm going to cry. Kind of a
She is a crier.
Yeah.
She's a crier.
Crazy.
Oh man. We're getting so far behind in these comments too. So I'm trying to find some stuff just to throw out to you.
I just saw somebody came through and said subscribed. Xandra Horn said that they just subscribed. Thank you so much. It's easy to overlook that and not know that you're not subscribed. It's crazy. I'm glad you gave up the cocktail, Deborah. Whenever someone's drinking on TV, I want to drink too. I've given up drinking at home to try to be healthier. I'd resubscribe to your channel if I could. Thank you, Deborah. I know. It's, yeah. Yeah, it was a good thing to switch to coffee, which really sounds kind of funny because not like that's great either. Of course, now I have my Monster. That's not great either, but I guess you do what you can. But I miss the crabapple liqueur. The crabapple liqueur is so yummy. It's just so yummy. I don't know. It's hard to explain. 7?
goodness.
Holy
7.
cow. Oh my gosh.
Oh
you guys.
man.
Jude says, I want to see the
99993.
play button. You will see the play button. I will have one hanging behind me somewhere. We haven't quite figured out where yet, but it will be back there somewhere. You will see it. I don't know. I wonder how long it takes to actually get it. 6. I know that we have to let them know that we want it. They don't automatically send it. We actually have to go and order it. And I don't know how long it takes to get, but I'm hoping it doesn't take too long. Scott says, James Leneger's dad told me he loved my past life story and felt it was so emotional and traumatic compared to his son. If you've heard of the Lenegers family, nice people. I have no idea what you're talking about, Scott. But if it's something, so it's about past lives, that's interesting. Shoot me an email, please, and let me. If and this is entirely possible, if the Leneger family is like super famous in the paranormal world, and if I just Google it, I'll have all the information I need, then I'll do that, and you don't have to send me an email. But I've never heard of them. I don't know. I haven't done a whole lot with past life stuff. Brandy C, my husband and I listen to your channel daily. Love going back and listening to the old ones too. We love you, sister. God bless you and yours. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you so much. God bless you as well. I appreciate that so much. Yay. Kind of floors me when people listen every day. I mean, I get listening every day to go back, if you just joined, to go back and listen to the back catalog. But once that's done, I don't know. I'm not one of those people who listens to a video more than once, maybe twice. So the people that listen every day and listen over and over again, I just had somebody else tell me, I listen to yours over and over again because I don't even want to deal with those other channels. It's like, oh my gosh, okay. That's like such a compliment to me because I don't do
right?
that. But yeah. 5. Expression of the Outdoors. The Y-Files, Mr. Ballin, and your channel are the ones my wife loves to watch. Yes. Well, I would say it's the Y-Files, Mr. Ballin, and What Lurks Beneath. Those were by far the major influences for and inspirations for starting this channel. So no matter what happens, I will always feel I owe a debt to all 3 of those channels.
4 to go.
Oh my gosh.
4 to go.
Oh, MK says, I re-listen to your videos. See, that just blows my mind because I don't do that.
3 to go.
Oh my gosh. This has gone a lot.
Matt says he's trying 2 to go.
2 to go.
Sorry, Matt, you're not going to be able to get here in time. I told him to still. Here we go.
1.
Here we go, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Is it going to roll back? Because that would be hilarious.
Yeah, it's probably going to roll back. There's a bunch of people who are going to say, oh, I'm just going to make this last longer. I'm going to unsubscribe.
Here, maybe I'll unsubscribe. just no, I won't.
That's funny.
Hey!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you guys are amazing.
Oh.
101.
100,000.
Or 100,001.
And 2. So we already have the
guys.
buffer in case it drops a couple.
Congratulations, dear.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Congratulations, hun.
I am getting weepy. I'm getting
weepy.
Weepy.
She is going to get weepy.
I always get weepy. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
It's a long time coming.
I might have to take myself off the stage for a few minutes and
collect
myself.
Do you see what you guys did? Are you happy with yourselves? Because you should be. You made her cry. That's the best thing ever. That's amazing. Love it.
My gosh.
Thank you all.
I did make sure that I had a tissue with me though, just in case. I was prepared because I know I am a crier.
And Allison Williams is a new member. Thank you, Allison.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you. Thank you.
Hair de Lune, party, woo!
Hair de Lune is in the house. Hello. Good to see you. Oh my gosh. Oh, and another $2 from Expression of the Outdoors. Thank you. Boom. That is it. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Wow. I mean, even, I don't know, all the support.
Oh,
It just
my
means so
goodness.
much because not all, I mean, we are doing this full time now. So, I mean, it takes a lot to be able to first pay the bills and then to try to afford getting some help so that we can do more content, so that there are people who can take things off of our plate and whatnot, so that we can, I don't want to say branch out. It's not like we're ever going to have like this, at least I don't think so. I don't know. Mr. InBetween and I have never had this discussion, but I personally do not ever see us having this huge Mr. Ballin umbrella of stuff. But we certainly have things that we want to do. So, Curious Mad Cat is a new member. Ron Green, $5. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. Okay. Now, Scott Paris says, now in a week, let's hit 1 million. That would be amazing. I will say that I'm hoping that the trip from, I mean, obviously the next obvious milestone is 1 million. And so I'm hoping that the trip from 100,000 to 1 million is easier than the trip from 0 to 100,000. Because it'll be 3 years in July. And this 3 years has been really tough. You know, most of that time.
Your son is coming in to give you a hug and to say congratulations.
Who said that?
You said your son is coming in to give you a hug and tell you congratulations.
Congrats on 100,000.
Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Okay.
I got you here too.
He made sure that he plugged in his phone.
Oh, look at that.
So he could record the moment at the same time. Do you want to say hi?
He is
Yeah,
seriously
get in. There you go. Oh, see, he's happy crying too.
Our son
He's just like
is
mom.
seriously our
No.
biggest supporter.
Okay.
He's amazing.
Congratulations on 100,000.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
And
Yeah.
thanks
Thank you,
for your
buddy.
stuff too, chat.
Yes.
Thank you for all of this. I can't see my. There you are.
There you are.
All
Yes,
right.
okay.
Now I got to catch up on some of this stuff.
All right, bud. Thank you. Can you close the door?
Go ahead and get the door.
And light. Light.
Oh, can you do that? Okay. Close enough. Hey, you got it pretty close. That was pretty good.
Thank you, Curious Mad Cat, for becoming a member.
Awesome. Thank you.
And thank you, Spooky.
Spooky's a member. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Yep.
Thank
And
you so much.
thanks for the $5, Ron.
Thank you, Ron.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, Jude,
Oh,
for your $1.99. I appreciate it. Go put your interest in for the play button. Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Thank
you, guys.
wait, I saw Weather Girl says, I'm not crying. It's allergies, okay?
Right
I'm not
on.
crying, you're crying. I'm
Right
not
on.
crying, you're crying.
And that is the debut of our son on here. So,
Well, on this channel.
on this channel, yeah.
Yeah. He obviously was featured quite prominently on our family channel. That was a long time ago, though. Your son is adorable. Thank you, Happy Canuck. He is a good kid. He's an awesome kid.
Mhm.
So he puts up with a lot for us to have this channel going, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad every time I have to tell him, okay, you got to go, bud, because mom's got to work, you know, because he'll come in my office to tell me something, which of course I listen, but he will go on and on and on and on because that's who he is. And I have to cut him off and say, okay, mom's got to work now. And I feel bad every time I do that, but he's a great kid. So he totally
awesome
understands
mom.
what we're doing here. and he's totally on board. So that's
Yeah.
very cool.
Y'all.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Right. Oh, Deb22
what's he
says, "Got to
saying
run.
now?
Rock on." Thank you, Deb22. We appreciate it. Awesome. What else do we have? Oh, Oblivion has been a member for 8 months. Yes, he's one of our first members. We didn't have the membership set up right away, so that hasn't been. It's not nearly as old as the channel itself. So he was one of the OGs of the membership for sure. Nancy G says, "Happy tears. I'm a crier too. Yay! We criers have to stick together."
There you go.
All right. Okay. Oh, Deb 21. I remember when I subbed, I binged on all of them. I know. I do the same thing, right? You find this channel that you love and you're just like, oh, I got to listen to all of it. It's awesome. Awesome. Yes. Which I'm kind of surprised when people start, when people first sub to a brand new channel that doesn't have a lot of content. It's like so much more, I don't want to say it's frustrating, but it's kind of frustrating that you got to wait for the next one because there's no big back catalog. Like when I started watching Mr. Ballin, he had a pretty big back catalog at that point. And so I could go back and binge on all that stuff. But when you start watching somebody who's brand new, excuse me, and you don't have all of that stuff to go back and watch, sometimes it's so frustrating because you just want to hear this new channel, and you can't. There's nothing there, but oh well.
There's 141 people watching right now. That's crazy.
Amazing. That is crazy.
Don't you guys have better things to do?
Stephen Conlon is a new member. I'll bring that one up. Boom, Stephen Conlon. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm like way behind on trying to get things out there to you. Sorry.
I just saw the green. The green caught my eye. It was as it was scrolling up, so that's why I hit it. But yeah, for as far as members go, we haven't talked about this, Daddy, but we did a video a few months ago on our little trip up to a city, a little tiny town just north of where our family cabin is, for the Bigfoot statue that turned out to not be there. Supposedly by now it's there. So, Mr. InBetween, we're going to have to figure out when we're going to make that return trip up there to go see it. Are we going to do that on Memorial Day or
we
4th of July or some other weekend?
I'm up for it anytime. I mean, if we're up there, we may as well.
Yeah.
Not
although we could make it a special point to go up there when the Bigfoot Festival is happening.
Yeah.
Extra weekend up there.
Get some extra
always hard to do.
B-roll.
Yeah. It's just hard to take that extra time.
Yep.
So we'll have to think about that one, I guess.
This is true.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Oh, Sarah Green is here. Hi, Sarah. She just got back from grocery shopping and find out that we're live. Yay. You missed the big countdown, but it's okay. Yep. You're here now. 100,010 subscribers.
Mindy missed it.
Oh no. Is it stuck? That's so sad. Oh, well.
I guess.
Now you see it.
Yep. She sees it now.
I don't know. Good. It's just, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like, and I realize this is a personal thing, but to me, it's like we're legit now. Mm-hmm. We're not just this struggling, well, we're still struggling, but we're not this tiny little thing that's struggling, and every view makes a difference. Obviously, the views make a difference. That's not what I'm saying. But when you're watching, when you're small enough that you can watch every single view come in on the analytics, and you are just praying that you get one more view this hour or one more view this minute, because you're just praying and praying. And obviously that gets bigger and bigger as it goes, but hitting 100,000, it's like we're not that anymore. We've graduated. You
I mean,
know,
keep in mind, we've been doing this since 2017 on a bunch
in
of different
general.
channels, and
Right.
so it's something that like we've been honing our stuff to make it to something that we can really thrive in, and then
Right.
so I know there's a lot of people that's just like, oh, you guys just you started this channel and it took off, and when it was like, no. I wish it happened like that. But it was like 7 years
It's a
in the
long
making.
time in the making. Yeah,
Matt's
it's been a
here.
while.
We're
I
gonna
see
bring
that.
Matt Empsch, ladies and gentlemen,
Our good friend Matt
our
Emsch.
amazing friend Matt.
Matt,
Congratulations, everyone.
thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
I'm so happy for you guys. There could not be a more deserving group of people and channel on YouTube than you. I'm
Oh,
so
you're gonna make
happy.
me
You're
cry again.
awesome.
You're gonna
You
make me
guys
cry
are
again.
amazing. I'm so happy. I wanted to make it home in time for the break. I just pulled in, as you see, the light is au natural, but I made it. It cracked 100. I'm so happy for you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you
you.
so much, dude.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
I'm glad you made it.
Me
Yes,
too, Anthony.
too.
I love your mystery face right there.
What? That's me, right?
It's very you shame, you dirty rat.
I even
That's
shaved.
half
Look,
of
I
our
shaved
wedding
for
picture.
this.
I love it though.
That's half of our wedding picture.
Is it
That's just
really?
me
Well,
cut out.
with the shadow look and everything though. I mean, obviously it didn't have the shadow in it.
Yeah, he's
I
a little
love
shy.
Well,
He's just shy.
hold
Oh,
on.
well, I know
I'm
he
doing
is.
this
He doesn't
wrong.
want to show up. That's okay. You guys, I honestly, I just want to take a second and be 100% serious here. I am, so happy for you guys. I love you guys. You guys are dear friends of ours. I'm so happy that we've become close. That's the most important part for me and Stacy. But I've also had the benefit of having Planet 412 be associated with the InBetween. I'm honored with that. But I just love people associating our two channels together. It's an honor for me, and working with you has just been absolutely phenomenal, and I just can't wait for the future and the more that we're going to be working together. Hint, hint. And you
Well,
guys
thank you, brother.
of course, and you guys deserve it. There's no one, and I really mean it. This is not niceties and me just being nice right now with what's going on. There really isn't any family out there behind the scenes that deserve more than what you guys are getting here. You guys have really, and
Thanks,
I
buddy.
want everyone out there in YouTube world to understand these guys have been busting their behinds for years. This isn't, I heard them saying, it isn't just something real quick here. It isn't. They have been really working their butts for a while here, years, and they deserve it. So please, everyone, really allow them to take their bow and just, let them, keep flourishing by hitting that subscription button, hitting that bell, and setting it to always. And every single person tell them to head over to the InBetween and do the same thing. Have those videos play all the way through. If you're too tired and you're not going to be able to watch the whole thing, go to sleep and let it play.
Just watch what you want. You're amazing, man. I appreciate, man, just the support that you've given us is just more than I can say.
Right back at you.
I gotta
guys.
say, man, the people that we are friends with here on YouTube, Matt, you and the rest of the gang, you know who they are. These are the most supportive crew ever. So
We love
You
you
know,
guys.
Matt and his wife
You're our
Stacy.
family. I really mean that. Like, I mean, if you guys
You're
weren't
awesome.
closer, you guys, I mean, I'd be like, you guys want to come over this weekend? You want to have dinner? I mean, I really mean, I'm serious about that. I'd be like, hey, I'm driving by, I'm stopping over. I feel like saying hi, and that's just how I am.
Well,
You
you know
know,
the
so if
door's
we
open
were,
if you do. So
and we will eventually, but you know what? Until then, thank God for technology and cameras and collaborations and everything else. So I'm just so stoked for you guys, and it's not a surprise to me. Me and Stacy were talking about you guys earlier, and she said, "Oh my God, they're gonna hit today." I said, "Oh, you didn't know?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I'm so excited." She said to tell you guys how happy she is for you, and she said, "There's no one
that's
more
awesome.
deserving." So, and we
Thank
were
you so much.
talking about the behind the scenes as well. So, we were talking about both of you guys and everything. So we're just,
We'll give her our love too.
Yes.
I will. In fact,
Thank
let me
you,
see. Stacy,
Stacy.
I can't hear
Maybe
her.
Stacy
Maybe
will get
she's
on,
on the
huh?
phone. She may be indisposed. If you're, hey baby, if you can hear me, if you have a minute, come say hi. The real world, everybody. It's not always this is what you see on camera.
Maybe you will get to see the other half of Matt Emsch.
I hear her. Uh-oh.
Uh,
She just gave me a hold on.
the
She's on
1
the
minute.
cell phone.
All
Yeah,
right.
she's on the phone. She's dealing with her side of the real world, and then she said she'll be in.
Her side of the real world.
Yeah, she has a side of things. So, and I have the real light coming in, everybody. So
It
it's
works.
yeah.
You're
Hey,
totally good. It
you know, I
absolutely works.
I'm not here for anything but showing love right now, and
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
So I'll be on camera another time.
Yes.
So
Soon.
everyone, how does it feel? You guys will be getting your sign. Do you know where you're going to hang it?
Not exactly. We were
Well,
talking about it. I
that will
can't
be
do
fun.
I have a hard time doing this backwards, but it's either going to be on the wall right there or it's going to be like
Right
right
there.
here, I think.
Either way, it look
Yeah.
good.
We
I
thought about hanging it on the door
I was just
right
going to
there.
say the door maybe too.
Yeah. But
It
then you
kind of
can't see the
yeah,
screens you want to
yeah,
be in the
yeah.
want to see in the world sign. So I don't know. It's
You
going to
know
be
what?
one of those three places probably. We'll see.
Honestly, let's just do a test and ask. I'll give you my opinion too. So
There you go.
not like we won't be talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know the way
we
I'm looking at you right now. I see it over your left shoulder. Probably it'd be the best. That blue you have will probably pop. It'll pop with that sign, I think.
true, very true. But then again, if we go this way on that wall, it's less, I don't know, obtrusive. It's a
True,
little
and
bit
it's also
more
saying, "Hi, everybody. Look at me."
true. We just don't want it to be look what we got. Ah,
Oh,
you know
be
what I mean?
proud of it. Don't feel that way. You
We'll see.
have every right to be proud of that sign.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome. You're welcome. I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I mean, I love what you guys do. Obviously, a lot of other people do, and I've talked about this. And you guys know, if anybody knows about the statistics and the numbers that you guys and Mr. Mystery Guest there on the bottom, Mr. In Between,
Oh,
with the numbers you see, that does not show the real number of people that watch. So
correct.
it is way more than
Correct.
what you see. So there are
That's
a
a very
lot
good
of
point.
a lot of people out there that really enjoy the in between. This guy's one of them. So we are looking forward to what is coming. In fact, why don't we, just a little tease? What is for the next 100,000, what should we be looking for in between?
For the next 100,000?
Or just what's
I have
coming
no
up?
idea.
What's a little tease of something? Give us
A
a little something.
little tease is that, how's this for a tease? Mr. Emsh is in trouble with me right now for not doing what he was supposed to do for a video that we have coming up together.
But I'm on it. You can ask the mystery girl that's coming soon. I've been on it, and I just had a couple things to take care of today. But I've been working, trust me. And after I leave the screen, I will be working diligently. So
Yes.
I'm on it.
Awesome. So yes, Matt and I have a little something coming up on Sunday. That's letting the cat out of the bag.
Yes,
for
it
sure.
is. That's a nice little hint for everybody. Loving it, guys.
Mm-hmm. Just be watching. Yep. So that's that. And then Mr. E-Files, Mike from Mr. E-Files, poor Mike. He's got a script all ready for the two of us to do a collaboration. And I kept saying I promised Matt I would do that compilation or that collaboration. I just totally lost it. That collaboration first. So awesome. And but now that we are actually doing it, this has been like, what have we been working on this for like a year to get this?
Yeah, we've been saying we're going to do this.
Timing and oh my gosh. Well,
thankfully,
the timing has just been so hard.
Happening. You know what? People honestly don't know. And you know what they don't know, they don't have to worry about it. They can be happily disaware and just watch YouTube and watch the videos. It takes a lot to do what gets put on. It's a lot of work. One of my dreams, I always say to you guys, my number one dream someday is to have an editor. And that day comes, I'll be like, yeah, baby. Because I will just be able to just make videos and not worry about the editing. That will be, it will be a beautiful day for me.
Yes. I so agree.
I
like doing the editing, but it is time consuming. It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Editing's her favorite part. She just loves it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Really? You're not being sarcastic?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
If I think about it, that probably is my favorite part. Yeah.
Hey, Brandy. Good to see you as well. Thank you.
I
thought he was being sarcastic. Okay, wow.
No, I like the editing. I can just sit in my office and do it.
Well, let's ask this then. What do you enjoy more, the actual on-screen fun part or the editing?
Probably the editing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what a geek you are.
I mean, it's not that I dislike doing the camera part, but
okay.
I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's more work than editing, because it's not, but it's still tough.
No, that's so easy for me. I love that part. It's just, like, bring it, baby. Let's roll. Brandy, you're right. I am. I'm getting my butt in gear, and it's coming. And that's what my wife said to me today too. She goes, "You're next, Matt. You've been messing around too much. I'm getting my butt in gear. It's coming." And she said, "You know what? You guys were right there, neck and neck, and then they hit the turbo boost, and you were like in the dust." I have no excuse. It's coming. I'm coming. So get ready, girl. I'm coming.
Bring it.
I am.
Bring it.
I am. I have
right.
a lot to make up for, and I'm ready. I'm excited. I said it. 2025 is going to be a big year for the 412, and I can't wait to get things rolling and get it to where things have been needed to be. And this is the healthiest I've been in years, and that has been
Right on.
the number
Nice.
one thing that has held me back. We figured out, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but we did figure out, for as long as the channel's been out, it's about a year and a half since I, started it on YouTube, since, the Keys started the channel, about a year and a half. And we figured out, for as long as that channel's been alive, I've put up about 6 months worth of material during that time. And we figured 6 months with all of those health problems is still pretty darn good for what has happened. So now that I'm healthy, I can't hide it anymore. Nothing is holding me back.
Yeah,
So,
you look a lot healthier.
thank you.
You
Thank
do.
you, so.
Yeah.
Right in front of everybody right now in the celebration.
Right on.
I'm bringing it now. So it's
Right
coming.
on.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
There's a
doing my
challenge.
best in the background here to try to coax Josh from What Lurks Beneath to come on in with us.
I would love to
Come on,
see Josh here.
Josh. What?
But he's not answering me now.
Oh.
Aw.
I
Oh,
tell you.
He's a
I
busy
hear
guy.
footsteps.
Yeah, he's a seriously busy guy.
Yeah.
Hey, there
There
she
she
is.
is.
Hey,
Hey.
Stacy.
Yes, they're over.
Congratulations. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my fave. Well, don't tell Josh that or Matt, but I'm a Carol Ann fan.
She really is.
Oh, I'm so excited for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
Thank you for letting us be a part of it.
Thank you for being a part of it.
Yeah,
For
right.
sure.
Appreciate that.
We've loved watching all of your growth, and it's so fun.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
And
Yeah.
Carol Ann, she really means it. You are her favorite.
I know. I tell him all the time, like, oh my gosh, Matt, Carol Ann. I'm like, oh, you should watch this video. It looks so good. And he's like, yeah. It's a good
I
thing there's
will.
no
And then-
competition in YouTube.
And then Carol Ann is
Right.
like, come on, Matt, what the hell? Get your butt in gear. Let's go. Where are you?
He's lucky to have such good role models to follow, huh?
I have 2 wives. I have my YouTube wife and my real wife.
Right.
Well, I have no illusions that this channel is Anthony's favorite either. That it's Mr. InBetween's favorite. I
Yeah.
know he's got other channels that he watches way more than our channel. So
Yeah.
don't
I
feel
do.
bad, Stacy. Don't feel bad, Matt.
I don't. It's okay. It's okay. But you guys have the best day. I'm so excited. I'm out of here.
Thanks
but
for stopping
congrats.
in and giving the congrats. I appreciate
Congrats,
it. Good to
guys.
see
Yeah,
ya.
I'm gonna hit the road too. I need to get going on my video for
Right
Sunday.
on.
Yes.
Congratulations,
yes.
guys, again.
Thank you.
Love you
Thank
guys.
you. I will be
You
in
too,
touch
brother.
with you later.
All right, we'll see you guys
right.
later.
We'll see you
Awesome.
soon.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, guys. Congrats again.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye bye.
See you soon.
Bye, guy. Oh, and there you have it. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. So here we are.
Okay, so something happened that I don't even understand how it works.
Hundreds-
Sarah Green has gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, that's
How
a
do you
thing
even
now.
do that?
Yeah, we this is just our first time. Sarah, thank you so much for
Thank
gifting
you, Sarah.
those memberships.
How does that even?
I don't
even know how that
exactly know
works.
what gifted memberships do, but hey, if anybody does, let us know and I'll put your comment up here so everybody can learn.
I know. I don't even
What is
know
that,
how
Sarah?
that works.
Maybe Sarah. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it's just
obviously,
some-
if she's buying 5 $1 memberships.
I think you can just like spread the love, So then I think somebody can come in and want to be a member and then they can just join. I think that's it. So if anybody wants to join to see what you can get as a member, right now's the time. If you can get one of the memberships that Sarah just bought for you guys. How cool is that?
I don't
Thank
know.
you so
That
much.
is so awesome.
I
Thank you. Sarah.
think that's how it goes. So if you go in there and that's not the case, then I apologize. You can throw rocks at me later. But oh, it's not. She says no. It's not. That's not how it goes. I don't know.
That's not how it works.
Oh, you get a membership for a month. Then you have to re-up yourself if you wanted to continue. Well, I'm wondering what the gifted memberships is though. I thought that was something where you're gifting.
So like maybe Sarah pays $5
Mhm.
up front and 5 people get to watch for a month. Like that?
That's what I was.
That would make sense.
I don't know. Does anybody know?
Oh, the computer chooses.
Oh, YouTube decides who gets the memberships. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh. Do you have to pray to the YouTube algorithm?
Yeah. Expressions
YouTube
of the
decides
outdoors.
who gets the memberships. Interesting. I
Hmm.
did not know you could do that. Wow.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's
That's
amazing.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
it
cool.
is.
I didn't know that was a thing.
The YouTube algorithm will randomly provide the gifted membership.
Wow, how cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Sarah.
Oh, Brandy
awesome.
C got one.
Really?
MK got one. Huh.
Nice.
That's cool.
That is so cool.
Right on.
Oh
Look
no,
at
that means I gotta come out with some content this month so that those people can like see what it's like.
And now we're starting to lose all the memberships that got us to 100,000. Everybody's
see
like,
that.
okay, I'm out of here.
We're
I'll
done.
unsubscribe now. I got them to their goal. I'll take it back. So we're rolling back.
My goodness.
We're at 100,009 and now we're at 100,008.
Oh well.
And I have not
People
heard
are
back.
fickle. Yeah, Sarah
So-
says the pressure's on. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't think Josh will be joining us, unfortunately.
No,
That's
I haven't
too
heard
bad.
from Josh in a while. But Josh is one of our mastermind group members. And he's a pretty busy guy.
Yes.
But
Oh, yeah.
he is also an awesome guy. If you don't know his channel, What Lurks Beneath, go check it out. Josh is just an all-around awesome human being. He's
Yeah,
really a
if
great
you've
guy.
been under that rock, you need to get out.
No kidding. All right, so Spooky says the gifted memberships are chosen by the YouTube computers as to who gets them, but the people have their gift acceptance on in the settings of YouTube in order to get a membership.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know. However that works. But
If-
that's
for
so
those
cool.
of you who are wondering if you've heard some whining in the last few minutes, that would be
Oh.
our dog Oliver.
Yeah, he's
If
a
I can
whiny
hear
boy.
it, they can hear it. That's all I'm saying. That would be
Yeah.
our dog Oliver, and he is a daddy's boy.
Yes,
So
he is.
because daddy is paying attention to the computer and not paying attention to Oliver, Oliver gets a little upset.
Yes, he does.
He is a
Yes, he
good
does.
boy. But yes. Oh, look at that. We just went up to 100,013.
Oliver, come here.
Are you going to show Oliver?
I think I might.
We have 2 puppies. We have Oliver
Supposed to look at Oliver.
and we have Gracie.
Can you
And
see him?
Gracie just turned 15 and she is zonked out on the floor of my office right now. She is gone, zonked.
There's Oliver.
So I'm not going to wake her up, but where's okay, I see
see him?
Oliver, but they don't see Oliver.
Huh? They don't see Oliver?
No,
Nobody sees Oliver?
nobody sees Oliver.
Oh, okay.
Well, put it
It's worth
up.
a shot, guys.
Put it
Huh?
up. No.
Put what up?
No. You weren't up on the stage, or that shot wasn't up on the stage. That's why.
Oh,
they couldn't
yeah,
see
that's
Oliver.
right. That's right. Here, Oliver. Come here, buddy. Have a seat. Sit.
Oliver is a rescue dog that we got. He'll be 5 at the end of May. We got him in August. Like he was just a puppy. We got him in August of 2020. We had no idea what he was. He's just the cute little black thing, and we just fell in love with him, so we got him. Only to find out later, just based on
There he
pictures.
is.
There
Look
he
at him.
is. Yes.
Oh, he's trying to get down. Come here.
That
Come here.
he's a Pogador. He's part
Hi, buddy.
pug, part Labrador.
Look at him. Look at this wonderful little face. Oh,
So he's
There he
got
is.
a shorter than normal little snout, not a pug snout, but not a Labrador snout either. And he's got a corkscrew. There it is, the corkscrew tail like a pug does.
all right.
And he's got kind of a pug body. So he's like a miniature Labrador, but at the same time, his body's kind of puggish.
Chunky.
Chonky. That's a good
He has
word
a-
for it. Yes.
Chunky
So-
butt.
Nice.
Short-nosed
So those are our
Labrador's
babies.
face.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Yeah.
a people guy. So
He is a people guy. Yep.
mhm.
Oh my gosh. Detective Whiskers has 11 cats. Wow. Holy
what?
buckets. That's amazing.
Oh, that's a lot of cats.
I have 11 cats. I lost one 2 years ago. I worked
Oh.
with a pet rescue group for 30 years. Wow.
My goodness.
No wonder you have 11 cats. I could not work for a rescue group and not want to bring them all home. Absolutely. That would totally be a problem for me. Absolutely. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
I want a bigger house so that we can have another dog. That's part of the reason I want a bigger house, because I want another dog. I could have like 5 or 6 dogs. That would be awesome. That's
really,
what pugs
Sarah?
looked like in the 1800s. I didn't know that. Really?
Before they squished up their noses somehow.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think the current pugs are adorable, but poor things can't breathe. At Hairloon, maybe next time now that your accept gifts is on. Okay.
Oh, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I think
That was you.
There was. Yeah. That was me.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the cats have their own bedroom. That's really funny. I don't know. I'm not a cat person, but I think that has more to do with the psychological fact that I'm allergic to some cats. So I think psychologically, I'm just like, okay, cats, whatever. Because I can't have a cat, most likely, because I'm allergic. So I think I just psychologically shun them. But they are sweet. I will give you that. They are very sweet.
Yeah.
Pets are just sweet in general. So Sarah says that, yeah, their legs were longer and tails were slightly curved and the nose was longer, just like your pup. Oh, that's interesting. So they went from that to small to now being that again. Well, not the pugs, but the
After you
Puggador
mix
back.
them again.
After you mix them again, yeah.
After you mix them again.
That's
then they
interesting.
pop back out and their noses
That's-
pop out a little bit.
Interesting. He's a good boy. He's a cute boy. Yeah. Gracie is a Shih Tzu Lhasa mix. So she looks more like a Shih Tzu. She just looks like a slightly larger Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
And she's my
behind
girl.
you, isn't she?
She is behind me. She's on the floor. She's snoring, kind of. So I'm surprised you can't hear that. But
Yeah.
she's zonked. I'm not waking her up. Just to, she'd have bedhead, and I'm sure she wouldn't be happy if I put her on camera with bedhead. You know how us girls are. We gotta get up and have time to get ready.
True. Well, what should we talk
goodness.
about? Or should we let these
I don't
wonderful people have a day of doing something besides rooting us
I
on
just
here?
lost another one.
Which this is just so cool, guys.
I know. I know. I see that
appreciate
we
you all
lost
so
a
much.
number of people after we hit 100, but there's still a lot of people hanging on.
Yeah. this
So
is
I don't
true.
know. I could tell people about the California brain alien story.
Yeah, go for it. Why not? Brain aliens, guys. I mean, that what who doesn't want to hear about brain aliens?
I just found this story last night. So obviously I just leaked that Matt and I have a video coming out soon. And I was working on this last night, and it has to do with cryptids in certain states. And I was just looking at maps that were telling me what is the most popular cryptid, the most famous cryptid for each of the 50 states. And I'm going through for a couple of these maps, and they're all basically giving me the same cryptids for the same states. And California was the Watchman, which caught my attention for a different video. And so I'm like, oh yeah, look, that's right. That's interesting. They have the Watchmen for California. They have the Watchmen for California. Next map, they have the Watchmen for California. Next map, they had not the Watchmen. They had space brains of Palos Verdes. So I'm like, space brains? Well, that raises my curiosity. That's kind of amazing. So let me, can I share this? Should
Yeah.
I share this?
Before you do, Hermina,
Yeah.
thank you so much for becoming a member.
Hermina, thank you. Yay.
Hermina Cabrera.
You guys are the best. Love this. Thank you, Hermina. Let me see if I can do this. Share screen. And how is it going to come out? There it is. Okay. So okay, now I can't read it. Now I have to go back so I can read it. Space brains of Palos Verdes. So this bizarre case involves the abduction of a young man by a pair of large blue brain-shaped beasts, which he and a friend claim were blocking the desolate stretch of the road in front of his car. In the dead of night on August 17th, 1971, a pair of Palos Verdes natives, Peter Rodriguez and John Hodges, both of whom were in their late 20s, claimed to have come across two ostensibly alien creatures that were quite unlike anything else recorded in the annals of ufology or cryptozoology. So they weren't young teenage kids, but then again, it's the 70s in California, so is it possible that there are some outside substances going on? Yeah, I guess. But there you go. According to their account, at approximately 2 a.m., the duo left the home of a mutual friend who lived on nearby Dapple Gray Lane, at which point they climbed into Hodges' car. Hodges starts the engine, flicked on the headlights, and was about to drive off when the men simultaneously noticed a pair of what can only be described as huge, disembodied brains lying about 6 feet in front of them in the middle of the road. Rodriguez and Hodges later asserted that the brains were bluish in color and were shrouded by a strange, localized vapor. They described one of the creatures as being approximately the size of an overgrown softball, while the second one had the dimensions of a human torso and most startlingly seemed to have a red eye-like organ wedged into the center of its frontal lobe. Rodriguez and Hodges' puzzled demeanor quickly gave way to fear, and within moments they sped away from these bizarre beings. The men lived in the same neighborhood as their friends, so the journey was a brief one. Hodges first dropped off Rodriguez and then made his way home. Once he arrived at his house, he noticed, much to his consternation, that the time was 4:30 a.m. This was not a journey that Hodges had made, or this was a journey that Hodges had made many times in the past, and for the life of him, he could not figure out how a 10-minute trip had turned into a 2-hour odyssey. He would find out soon enough. Anyone familiar with cases of alien abductions will surely be aware of the phenomena of missing time. Alleged abductees claim that missing time often occurs following an extraordinary sighting of lights in the sky. All right, at this point, I'm going to stop and edit for a little bit here because it talks about like some abductee stuff and all this kind of stuff. So long story short, after that, Rodriguez didn't really ever want to talk about it anymore, but Hodges could not get over this whole thing. So 5 years later, he went under hypnosis to try to recall what happened in those missing hours. So here's what happened. During the session, Hodges recounted that he had dropped Rodriguez off without incident and then returned home. Upon his arrival, he was terrified by the sight of the two big blue brains waiting for him outside his house. At this point, Hodges apparently lost consciousness because then his next memory was of waking up in what he referred to as a control room. This control room was lined with what seemed to him to be computer consoles. He noticed that the brain creatures were nearby, along with a cadre of creatures that were even more terrifying. He stated under hypnosis that he was confronted by a group of bald, thin-lipped, 7-foot-tall, gray-skinned humanoids with no less than 6 webbed fingers and toes. These strange humanoids made it clear that the blue brains were nothing more than organic translation devices, which enabled them to converse telepathically with human beings. It goes on to describe a little bit. The one thing in the description that I did think was interesting, because it talks about, describing or comparing them to other alien abduction scenarios. But the one thing, I don't know if I can find it in here. The one thing that I did find very interesting, which I have never heard before, was that to him, his impression that he took away of that area that he was in with the other beings and the computers and things like that. Oh, here it is. Later, Hodges would speculate that his visit to the alien spacecraft may have been a holographic projection due to the fact that he noticed that the area behind him in the control room was all black. Hodges also indicated that he believed that the ETs had implanted what he referred to as a translator cell in his brain in order to sustain contact with him. So then he says he started getting telepathic messages. And of course, the message from the aliens, which always seems to be the same message, is you guys better straighten up and fly right with these nuclear proliferation and the environment, because you go into hell in a handbasket. Why is it? I find it very interesting that that's always the message. Although, okay, here's interesting in here. In the weeks that followed, Hodges claimed that he received telepathic messages from the alien beings. These enigmatic entities predicted that in 1983, a war would break out in the Middle East. They further prognosticated that this war would swiftly spread into Europe, resulting in the use of atomic weapons. So, following this global conflagration, the aliens claimed that they would establish a public dialogue between their species and the human race. Needless to say, these predictions mercifully did not come to pass. So that's interesting. It always seems to be the same kind of, same message, but at least this time they said, you guys, you're in trouble, but that trouble didn't seem to happen. So that's kind of, obviously we're all kind of happy about that, but I just thought that was really interesting story. Stop screen. There we go. I just thought that was really interesting. Blue brain aliens. That is a completely new one to me. That's all.
People can have blue brains if you take methylene blue, I hear. Your entire nervous system turns blue if you're taking methylene blue.
I really want to try that. I don't know how you feel about that, but
so do I. No, I think we both do, but
and I'm not talking about
guess who showed up here. Why aren't you in the chat with us, Mike?
Hello, Mike. Mike, why aren't you on stage, buddy?
Yeah, come on in here.
Just woke up to check if y'all hit it. You
don't have to have your camera on.
And you did. Awesome. Love y'all. Congratulations times 100,000. Thank you, Mike. Mike from Mr. E-Files, another one of our Mastermind members. If you have not seen Mike's channel, by all means, go check him out. And one of the things that I love about this Mastermind group is that everybody in it, all the channels in it, we all have our own distinct flavor. We are all like, no two channels are the same by any stretch of the imagination. And I love that. So Mike's got his own style. Go check him out for sure. He's like me. He's a very excited storyteller, which I love. Which, like, if you listen to the tape library, Mike on the tape library is he's much more calm. And of course, the British accent that he has that I can't do makes that even more creepy. And so he's got his way. Mike and I are different. We're just like, yeah, you got to hear this story. So there you go. Anyway, 100,020. We're getting back up there again. Nice.
Right on.
So,
well, Mike, I know he's been up for almost a couple of days trying to get stuff done. So he was like crashing.
Well,
when
I know,
talked
but
to
now
him,
he's
so.
back up again. That was this morning.
I know, you just can't. He doesn't. He has an off switch, but I think it's only a quick pause switch, and then he turns back on and starts working again. So he's a workhorse.
I guess. Thanks, Verlan. Love y'all. And
Hey,
I know
there
I
he
wish
is.
I had the British
Yep,
accent.
40
I know.
hours. Go to sleep, dude.
Or
Go to
jump on
sleep,
stage.
Mike.
One of the two.
Or
Those are your
jump
two
on
options.
stage.
Go to sleep or jump on the stage.
Yeah, you don't got any other options. So
Yeah, the British accent that Mike from the tape library has. I love that accent. I don't know. It's awesome. Let's see. Oh, Brandy says, here you go, Mike. Brandy says, I love let's slip into a mine that is not.
it's not our own.
That is Mike's tagline, and I love it.
Mhm.
I love
Yep.
that line. That's an awesome line.
And now it's time to slip in a mine that's not our own.
Mm-hmm. Nice job. That's it.
Yep.
Yep. Awesome.
Well,
What
you
else do
guys,
want to talk about?
you guys are amazing. And if Mike's not coming on, I hate to be the manager guy back here. Oh. But I gotta move us on to
Nice.
creating more content for you. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to steal Carol Ann back, and just so that we can get some more content out on time, instead of just like right before it's time.
Yeah.
And so we can all get some sleep. So
Yeah. I mean, we're doing good for the next. We're like technically ahead of schedule by a day or so for the next video for Sunday. Excuse me. But we also oh, I'm sorry. I just got distracted by that comment. I love Mike.
Nope.
He brought me here in our first collab. In your first collab. Yes. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that.
love it.
So we're doing good schedule-wise for the video that comes out on Sunday. We're probably farther ahead on this video than we've ever been before. But we also promised ourselves that when we hit this 100K, we were going to take some time and go out to the steakhouse for dinner. Now, we won't do that tonight because I probably will turn around right from here and record the things that I need to record for that next video. Since I'm all dressed up with no place to go, I might as well do the recording while I'm at it. So we'll probably do that, but we're going to go out to dinner tomorrow night. And the kid, can you keep a secret? The kid doesn't know it yet.
You know, the kid might be listening right now.
I won't say anything. Let's just say it's a little more than dinner. So we're going to take some time tomorrow night to ourselves to celebrate a little bit and just be able to step back and take a breath and all that kind of good stuff. And so, but consequently, that's time that we're not working on the videos. So there's a couple of things coming up this week that are going to take time out of the schedule. So we have to get that schedule rolling as quick as we can just to make sure it stays there on time. It'll be fine. It'll be all right. Yeah. I don't think this is not going to be a huge hour-long video by any stretch, you know? So if nothing else, I made sure that my portions of it are not long. So even if Matt comes in with his portions that are just off the wall, crazy long, the two of them together won't be all that bad. So it should be fine. So,
yeah. And that said, I got to cut her off because she's a Minnesotan and they don't leave. So
MK says enjoy dinner. Thank you. Yes, we will enjoy dinner for sure.
You guys, thank you so much for everybody coming out and supporting us and getting us to 100,022 right now.
Thanks for joining us, Mike, Mr. E-Files. We appreciate it. Thanks in the ether to Matt for joining us today. Awesome. Awesome. I have no idea when we're going to do this again. Hopefully we should do this more often. Hopefully we will. I don't know. There you go. Thank you to everyone out there. Thank you for all of your support. It really, really makes a difference, and it means so much not only just to know that you guys are out there rooting, the positive vibe, I guess you call it. I don't know. Just knowing that people are out there rooting for you means a lot, and it's a big deal. So thank you all. New video out on Sunday. We will see you again very soon. Be careful out there. And we'll see you here again on the In-Between. I almost forgot my line.